Yes, top of the morning again. This is AT&T 360, the breakfast hub, where we talk about aviation, travels, and tourism report. And this is actually season 2 and episode 2 of Breakfast Hub. With me are still the same people, the gang. Yes.
Always representing.
I'm telling you, no be smarty, I'm still your captain, MGV, the man with golden voice. And today we're going to take you on topics based on weird airports and runways.
I'm telling you, very, very weird. You've never heard of it
telling
before.
You, seriously,
you've probably never
man.
seen it before, but they are weird.
And I can also tell you, aside the fact that they are weird, there are places where you're not even going to imagine these
I
places are
promise,
situated
like
in.
super, you never think about like, is this place?
And
Places you've heard before.
aside weirdness, I'm going to keep this, Let it
The
let
cooler.
it be
Let it be sizzling.
Let it be
Let's start bubbling, Let's start, it's almost ready. So
there's this
please.
project coming up. Don't worry, we'll be giving you the breakdown.
All right, as he said, he's going to give us the breakdown.
Yes.
Right now, we're going to short commercial. We'll be right back. Now, welcome back to AT&T 360, the Breakfast Hub.
Season 2.
Yeah, episode 2,
Yeah, so and I hope you guys have not forgotten, to all of you, as I'm still the coolest, the youngest.
Why did you just laugh at the same time?
I'm still the coolest and the freshest guy on the gang.
Yeah.
Welcome back, and you know me as Ace as always.
Hey.
Always
Who they
Ace.
lie for? Who they lie?
Yimo.
Anyways, you know me as Ray, the only sweet woman in the house.
Excuse me.
It's
I
facts
carried
now.
on.
It's facts. Small
I
bit.
beg you, look at your word. So back to the weirdest airports and runways in the whole world. So, what do you have for us? What do you have for us there?
Well, for me, the weird part I'll be talking about today is where train passes through the middle of the airport.
Wait. Through the middle.
I'm telling
Oh
you,
my
like
God.
middle of the airport. So we have, as much as there's an airport there, we also have a railway there.
Okay.
And first on my list is the Frankfurt Airport in Germany.
Interesting.
It's crazy because how can you tell me there's a high-speed ice railway station directly beneath the airport? So it's like you can just drop off the train station and just board your plane and just go to wherever it is you want to go to. It's like super crazy. And the unique point is that the track passes underneath the runway. That is, it allows the train to move without it disrupting the flight. So there's like the coordinates where they're like, okay, once the trains are passing, there will be no flights. Once the flight is they want to onboard and the flight wants to take off, there will be no train station. So it's like the conciseness of it. Like it has to be precise because they cannot in capital letters, they cannot jam, they cannot collabo. So it has one has to wait for the other. So the high level of technology and precision that has to go into this thing. Isn't that weird? Doesn't that blow your mind? Because it does. Like,
but I can also understand its importance too. I know I'm not trying to brag. I always enjoy the economic importance of whatever it is we are discussing because for these structures to come in, I'm sure the engineers, the other people that came on board to bring about this idea have the economic importance of this at their mind.
It's just like killing two birds with one
Exactly.
stone.
Why do we need rail at an airport? I mean that should be a question.
I think that was probably the main focal point.
And I think aside transportation of humans, maybe rails are always good for transportation of goods.
Yeah.
So whichever cargo is coming from the plane, it's easy. I'm just thinking
I
out
love
loud.
that angle. Do you understand?
I know oftentimes we get to complain in this country that we need things like this in our own infrastructure development innovations to imagine if we have a railway close to our seaport, for instance, and whichever things comes from the port, instead of having to all these trailers, you can have
it's
the
much
rail
more real.
Okay.
transporting them from Lagos to the north. It will reduce the high traffic
seamlessness,
of trucks on our road. So I think I kind of understand.
I get it.
The brain behind it.
Yes.
I told you, I'm also looking at
Sophia.
another angle.
He's
to
really
it,
bringing the ginger.
when it comes to trains, there's nothing like go slow or traffic jam.
I mean, it's just
free.
Everybody just gets
The
to
1
the
hour
airport
trip
on time.
is a 1 hour trip.
Yes, and everything is just there. So
But my
the timing
own,
is right.
My
as
own
well.
is still the fact that how did they program it in such a way that the train is going on its own and it's not colliding with the plane? Like,
you don't go far.
I'm blown away.
Speaking about this too, you remember this thing we spoke about that we saw the railway that went underneath should I say, is it a river or a sea?
I think it's in Asia.
It's in China. So what they did was, we already are aware of what is it called? Tunnel rails now.
Tunnels.
Exactly. But this one actually went through water, underneath water, and came out from the other side.
This.
I'm telling you.
No. So when it comes to this
infrastructure development,
technology. Let's give it to the Asians. Right. So Habib, what do you have for us though?
No. So speaking of the Asians now, I'm actually taking us back to Asia.
Okay, let's go.
We live in Europe, and now we are going to Asia, where we can see the weirdest of the weirdest. I know we just praised their technological advancements, their crazy architecture, where they can. And now I want to take you to airports or runways in the desert.
Desert? As in
exactly.
Like no water, as in sand.
And
sun.
You just
the heat.
In the desert. Why?
Oh, man.
Funny enough, I'm also, when I say the desert now, I'm sure majority of you are having, countries like maybe Saudi Arabia, famous for their deserts, maybe the likes of
Dubai.
No, but the country I'm taking you to, I'm sure you don't have it at the back of your head. Please guess.
I need to
take a wild guess.
I need to break suspense. I'm
taking you to India.
India, get this.
Yes. There's desert in India. Yes, there's desert in India.
That's
and
new.
School me.
This is a strategic runway or airport. Wherever you have runway, obviously there's an airport there because this is where and the name of the airport. I mean, forgive my pronunciation if I don't get it rightly. My indie brothers here and there that are hearing me, I know people are listening to AT&T 360 far and wide in the whole world, but please forgive my pronunciation.
Don't blame me.
Don't blame me, please. I'm not Hindi, but I'll try. Kushok Bakula Rinpoche Airport. I mean, it's quite a handful name for its weirdness. So let's forgive it.
When you're pronouncing that name, make sure you shake your head like
okay. Namaste. Kuchi Hotahe. So and it will interest us to know that it's not in India is not famous for its deserts, basically. Okay. So I believe that this particular place, Ladakh, have you ever heard of Ladakh? It's one of those. It's not so popular. It's also a bit popular for those that are familiar with India. But when we talk about the Mumbais and the Delhis, those popular places, this Ladakh is. So, but according to research I went through, this its elevation is about 3,000 meters above sea level. That is 10,000 feet above sea level.
Wow,
we are talking about it, so you can understand why it's a desert. Above sea level, so no think water. Was in water far away from him. And its key features, because you now want to think, why should you now put an airport in that kind of place? It's not the most viable places for airports, but people would have strategic reasons. Yes, because you should always be careful of altitude problem for your airports, because planes are not so friendly with mountains, interference and all those things. But apparently, this is more of a military airport, although civilians use it. But military and being strategic, made that in there one corner, nobody fit touch jam and all those things. So it's both a military airport and civilian, but it is more of the military. So I think that is why they had to just site it in a place that is far away from the normal busy day-to-day airport activities. So it has its military importance, and that is one of the and funny enough, it's not just an old thing. They are still renovating. I mean, as far back as 2023 August, a modern eco-friendly terminal was actually inaugurated in that same place. Wow. So maybe the government of India are not looking at it that it should just be military alone. They are also looking at, okay, maybe people are also staying in Ladakh now. Let's even make it, a bit more people-friendly to the civilians, aside the military people that will be making use of it. So it has it's designed with timber, stone, and glass, because
That is so cute.
No, it's
nature,
so
seriously.
exactly.
You
You know,
get,
to reflect the cultural aspect of that particular city, that
Mm-hmm.
Ladakh city. You know, like we all know now, Mumbai is the city, the Genge, and the New Delhi Genge, but
and all.
yeah, exactly. But this particular part is just one soft place. I don't know. Let
Oh,
me
one
use.
thing about Indians is wherever Indians make their mark, you know.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
somehow, there's always something cultural. There's always like that timber wood. If you notice, even their deities, their those little things, those carved things, it's always around that materials and all that. So you just get to know like, oh, this is Indian. You have an idea. They're so cultural. It's
Yeah,
really
and
cool.
thank you very much for that. So, fun fact on this, one of the reasons why it was also cited for civilian use there is because it's close to the Himalayan mountain. You know, if that name is actually a mountain. So, because of the landscape, but the problem with that particular runway, I mean, I'll end my decision is the fact that because it's close to the mountain, really, it's very difficult, and the pilots usually say that place. Pilots usually say that place is like it's landing there or taking off in that particular airport is the most challenging in the world.
Why you go? Okay.
No, but like I said, people are
Send you
so
message.
it's strategic for military, yes. Also for tourists that are also coming to that mountain, the Himalayan mountain and all those things.
Yeah, it's a
So
tourist
instead
center.
of maybe having, for instance, you are going to Yankari Game Reserve in Jigawa or wherever it is, instead of having to come to Lagos first, maybe you are coming from, let's say, Europe. Instead of having to come to Lagos first, then you now have to travel. So imagine there's an airport in Jigawa. So just quickly go to Jigawa, land there, and so people want to go to the Himalayan mountains for whatever tourism reason, but it's easier for them to land in Ladakh and go for their tourism.
Okay,
So
that
I get
actually
it,
saves
but-
costs.
yes,
And
it saves
then
cost.
time
Yes,
management,
But it's still
and all
challenging.
that.
Why would I pick something that is challenging? Like I get it, I want to save cost, but why would I pick something that is challenging and
man, if you
maybe even risk my life for it? It is a military airport for a reason. Thanks, I will not be going there. Thank you, Lagos. Count me out. Thank you so much.
So, Efe, where would you be taking us to?
All right. So please, before I continue, do not fail to subscribe to all our social media handles.
Very, very important. Very important.
Yes.
If you have not subscribed to our social media handles right now, you are doing the wrong thing.
What are you doing?
We are
Exactly.
doing the
Go
wrong
now.
thing. Please
So-
subscribe,
On our
like,
Facebook,
and share all our videos and social media posts.
What
yes,
is it?
on
What he
Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube.
What my husband said.
Yes, So you say what?
What my husband said.
Husband. Okay. Oh,
Which one of
they
us?
don't marry for a
Two
year.
of
I
you
don't
now.
understand.
Two of you now. My husband, my man.
Husband sis. All right, so we're going to take you now to an airport on the sea.
Under the sea.
Not
and
under,
in the
on
rain.
top the sea.
So basically, we've done.
Desert.
We've
But
also
this one
done
na water.
air. Now we are doing.
So this one now water, and it's actually they can see.
Sorry, this is giving me Avatar. Avatar and Earth. Fire. Water.
Like cartoon.
Oh yeah, let's go.
All right, so it's actually the Kansai International Airport in Japan. It is an enormous airport that occupies 2 artificial islands in Osaka Bay. It serves as a hub for all Nippon Airways and then Japan Airlines, Nippon Cargo Airlines, and lots more. And you know what? It has been established and built for like 30 years.
It's been that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was actually launched 30 years ago, and the structure, what I'm actually seeing, the picture is wonderful. How can one envisage that you can actually go to an airport on the sea? It's actually big.
I don't understand. Like, I mean, like,
Hey God. The pictures I'm seeing here, no be small thing. No.
do you understand my own wild part is like, a lot of people say like, oh, I'm transporting myself through maybe the sea, through the air, through this. But this one is like, how do you want to describe that? As
No,
in,
but I'm trying
through
to
the
understand.
sea air.
Is the airport
As in-
on an island?
No, the airport is actually on the sea, and it looks like an island.
Wow.
Please make it make sense.
All right, what
Nah,
they did was
this guy-
because you're about to blow my
No,
mind.
what they actually did is that
Okay.
they built 2 artificial islands. I said it occupies 2 artificial islands. So when you say artificial,
So it's
the
not-
islands
It's
are
man-made,
man-made
yeah.
just for an airport.
Wow. So it was like built with the intention of we want an airport on sea.
Please,
Exactly.
please, I would like to. I know you take us there, but please pardon my inclusiveness because I just want to. What was the
Thought process.
behind it?
Like
Land finished for Japan.
In fact, I don't even.
I know it's a small country in terms of land space. I know. It's yes. It's actually if you look at the geographical distance of Japan, they have more water than land. I realize yes, it's more of an island. Yes, it's not too big like that. However, I mean,
I feel like
Airports in the sea.
because of that particular reason, that's why they, there's this saying, use what
but
you
there should be
have.
more strategic reasons for
Yeah.
that.
No, I feel like yes, for more strategic reasons. But you said that they have more water than land.
Yes, it's just
It's
Japan
using
is
what
not,
they have.
Japan
Using
is
what
not
they
so
have.
much of a big
Using
country.
what they have. As much as it seems very funny and weird, I think I understand where they are coming from. And if there's one thing about Japan is they are forward in terms of technology. In fact, you know
No.
what? They are the real technology.
Mm,
I feel like
technology.
Chinese
And,
are more
you know-
creative
you
with
know-
their hands and everything, but Japan is just ahead.
You know when
Forward.
you know when they say, just to buttress what you said, you know when they say sometimes good things happen from bad events. I think after the Hiroshima and on the unfortunate incident there,
Yeah.
I think the Japanese just rose up and they just went ballistic with
Seriously.
With
technology.
like they
just
they,
went
that's the
like-
word, but in fact, you know what? That's
Like,
the word
seriously.
ballistic. Like they just went like this one thing we know, the
No,
one
do
thing
it
we
well.
know.
No, so
A quick
they
thing
will-
to the audience is
So-
whatever it is you know that you can do, please go ballistic at it. Like let it be your hill that you're willing to die on. Take that up.
Seriously. So, for you to get there, you can go through the train. You can travel
I
through
was going
train.
to ask that.
You know, then they have
I
the
want to go to
bus,
Japan.
bus fare, the taxis, and in fact, God,
Mad. That's just
this is
super
crazy.
crazy
This is
though.
something else. I wanted to say something, but man, they don't go far.
Wow.
They've gone far, seriously.
Anyways, taking you back to somewhere different. Today,
Again.
for my second list, what I have on my second list is Gisborne Airport and New Zealand.
I don't understand. Gizzard.
Gisborne. Which one big? I want chop.
It's the breakfast show now, so step up with that tea.
That was smooth.
and
That
gizzard.
was smooth. Gisborne Airport in New Zealand. It is famous for being one of the only airports in the world where a railway. Now, you guys want to listen to this. Where a railway line cuts across the main runway, as in it cuts across the main.
Is that not risky?
Well, here's the part. They are very, very specific about their coordinates. Now, they say like once a train is coming, every plane, they halt them. You cannot take off, you cannot land. Go somewhere else. And once a plane wants to take off or land, every train, every rail station is closed. Do you understand? So it is timely, it is precise. You cannot make mistakes because
Why take that risk in the first place? Sometimes humans can actually be audacious. There are a million and one place where you could have built that airport or rechannel your railway lines, but for some reasons, just to show their prowess, they just decide to do it like that now.
like, why live safely when you can live on the edge? why you safe? Why you safe? Another fun fact about Gisborne Airport is that the Palmerston North Gisborne Railway literally cuts through the runway, making it a global aviation oddity. It is known as a global aviation oddity. It means they defied all the odds of, we have a railway, we have this. It is literally cutting out. The one I said earlier was under.
Okay.
You might not even be able to see it. That's the Frankfurt Airport in Germany.
Yeah.
You might not even be able to see, but this one, you see it. So they even say that sometimes they have spectacles of audiences that like they just get to see it when a railway just crosses across the airport. They just want to see it because it's like a spectacle. It's like, oh wow, this is amazing. It's that crazy because you don't get to see it every time.
How many, honest, how many countries can actually boast of having a railway and an airport?
Yeah, I strongly believe that Nigeria to have something like that. In
One
fact,
day.
I even know it. Oh, you're amazed, right? let me bust your bubble. There's
Bust
a train
it.
that can link you to the Abuja International Airport.
Really?
Yes. If you go there, you see it. But as of now, it's not yet commissioned. I don't know what's actually happening.
No,
but we're going to investigate.
I think
And we'll
there's
talk
a
more on
future
that.
for that.
No,
There's
no,
a
no.
future for that.
Yes.
There's a future for
So,
that.
okay,
Yeah.
no problem. I'll be willing to hear more from you.
There is
So,
a future
please.
for that. But anyways, talking about my Gisborne, it is one of the first cities in the world to see the sunrise each day because of its location. Look, I promise you guys, I'm not
No,
always
don't-
saying
you
this
don't
because I want to go
start.
for vacation.
You don't start.
But somehow, some way, it just kind of just goes. But Gisborne is really, really amazing. Firstly, imagine seeing the sunrise. Yeah, Gisborne is a beautiful city. Anyways, we all know that. So imagine seeing the sunrise, and then you are seeing something very rare, a rare occurrence happening at the same time. Can your mind really just process it?
Unforgettable.
It
Do you understand?
you know what?
Those kind of memories that
Nature at
stay.
its very best.
No.
Okay.
And it's a regional airport too. It's not just a local, it's a regional
that's
airport.
good.
And it has become world famous because of this rare setup. The airport handles mostly domestic flights, but attracts global attentions from travel bloggers and aviation lovers. You know, like it's just really, really funny. Like, where else can you see a train and a plane racing for the same runway? Welcome to Gisborne Airport, New Zealand. That's where you have it.
Okay, so to all my listeners and viewers, please hold on. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, and we're still on Breakfast All with the best of the best of the bestest gang in the
Period.
world.
What is
Hey, my girl Ray. So earlier I promised, I have a unique. Its own weirdness. It's not weirdness in terms of its own place, but it's more like the thought process that went into this project itself. Do you understand? How did these people actually sit down, to come about this magnificent project? And that is where I'm taking us. So right now, I'm taking you back to Asia, back to the desert. I'm back to Saudi Arabia. And I'm sure you guys will be wondering, what is happening in Saudi Arabia again now?
I'll tell you, waiting they happen
Is
with
that
that.
where they used to wear their
the IDS now.
and their buyers and all that?
I know you.
Yes, and then you
You
ride
want to go
bikes.
there again because everywhere you won't go now.
I'm just a soft babe enjoying it. Plug into the
just soft life. So this airport is a new airport, still being built.
Oh, wow.
They've actually started,
Okay.
and the name of the airport is King Salman. When you hear King in Saudi
It
Arabia,
is
just know
royal.
it's royal. They are going grand. They are going.
No,
out
no,
of
So
the
no,
way.
no.
they would spare no expense, go all the way, go the extra mile.
Do you
and all
understand?
of
King
that.
Salman International Airport at Riyadh. Riyadh is actually their capital,
Yeah.
Okay.
Saudi Arabia. So the overview, the building is on an existing airport, but you know what they want to do now? They said this is going to be the biggest airport in the world.
On a desert.
Obviously, the whole of Saudi
How
Arabia is
did
on the desert. See, the whole of
Give
Saudi
me
Arabia
the
as a
Arab
country.
money.
So let
Arab money,
let me,
yeah.
before
It's
I go,
hot.
I already said it's going to be like the biggest airport in the world, right? What brought about this? So the leadership of Saudi Arabia sat down and said, okay, we've made billions in oil. The whole world is looking at going green. I mean, everybody's talking about green energy,
and all
eco-friendly. Let's use solar. Don't let us carbon
keep the world
emission and all
revolving
those
without-
things.
without
And
polluting the earth and everywhere.
and this is a
Greenhouse
country,
effect.
thinking about tomorrow. So what happens in the next 50 years when the whole world just suddenly switch away from? I mean, see Elon Musk now posting his EV cars. Do you understand? They don't want cars that will be emitting carbon
It's
monoxide.
like there's a growth.
So
There's
the
a need
world
for
is,
growth and
even
change.
for the fact that it's even quite expensive, I'm sure. And we also have all those, electric cars in Nigeria.
Yes,
But-
even
but
the one that they switch from is no more fuel, it's now gas.
gas,
Some
do you
is even
understand? So trying to
electric.
reduce the carbon emission. So they sat down and said, okay, yes, we've made money from oil. However, the world is looking for moving away from what? Oil. How do we want to keep making money? And he said, okay, the answer is what? Tourism. Now, if you build, or one of the main ways to make tourism or your country a tourist attraction center is for people to have easy access to come into that country in the first place.
True.
Interesting.
So this is a country thinking about not now, not 5 years from now, not 10 years from now, but long term. And they are thinking about building an airport that in a year would accommodate 150 million people.
Whoa.
Or could go to 180 million people in a year. For context, the total population of Nigeria about 5 years back was roughly around 180 to 200 million.
Yes.
Oh, so it means it can literally accommodate.
Do you know the size of this airport?
So what you're saying is that all Nigerians in this country are actually
Asat,
going
Asat,
there.
couple
No,
years
they are looking at total population
Oh my
that will
God,
go in
that's
and
something,
out
man.
of that airport. This particular airport, the size of that airport is equivalent to the size of Washington, D.C.
Whoa.
It's like go big or go home.
Do you understand?
Like
Whoa.
This
go
is
with
a
a bang.
country.
Like
The size of this
can't
country,
but
the size of the
imagine.
airport
Washington, DC.
alone is like twice of the Manhattan in US.
no, Saudi Arabians
there's
scare me. Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why?
And
Because
that's
money
why
and water.
I brought out
telling you, Arab
name.
money.
That's why I brought out this. That's why I brought out this in the weird. Though it doesn't come weird like the one.
No, but it's weird because of what in the size, what in the grandeur, what
Do
in the
you understand?
splendor.
That's
What
a
in
whole.
the oil money.
You're
going
actually
to
saying
have-
that's a whole state. Washington DC, the size of Washington DC.
Exactly.
That's a whole
In the
state.
United States of America.
I beg, I can't wait. Make we see this.
Aside this, I know they're also doing there's a project though. I know one of you will come to it that they're
Okay.
also building in the same Saudi
Let's
Arabia.
let's not give the audience.
We should not give them
Keep
the
it.
tear.
Just
We should keep it. We should
keep
keep
it
it.
coming.
Do like this.
soon.
No, guys, viewers, do like this.
Don't worry. As long as you
We
stay
got
tuned to us, we will give you the
AT&T
OG.
got
Don't
you.
worry. We got you.
we
We got
got
you.
you.
But trust me, a lot of things are going on in Asia. I think we should just bring that out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they
seriously.
did not come to play, especially with their tourism. There's like it's like there's a click. There was a switch in the last 5 years of early 2020s after the COVID period. People realized like tourism really mattered because
Yes.
people couldn't travel out of their countries. They were limited to a particular space, so they
Exactly.
started seeing the need to develop where they are and how we can help them, help the country, and also help neighboring. I mean, tourism is going to help the economy of the country, right? So there was a switch that just came on, like, let us click to tourism, and they're not stopping. But my mind is blown for Saudi Arabia. It's
No.
They just want to go with a bang.
Your mind has to be blown because two things are entangled in this thing. In this whole project, two things are entangled. Number one, the total cost for this project is about $30 billion. Sorry, read my lips. I didn't say 30 million.
Billion.
I said 30 billion.
Money now what?
$billion.
Money now what?
No project,
Now
no
what?
Oh my God.
single project.
30 billion.
30 billion for an airport alone.
My brother, just calm down. Just
How
calm
much-
down,
how much
relax.
$1?
I beg. This
Eh?
thing we dey talk now, it don't
No,
blow my mind.
calculator enter Nigeria.
I beg.
No, if you carry naira, just forget it.
Hundreds of
Suppose the
trillions.
lore.
But,
So-
but they are taking a gamble. Like I said, this is not a project for now. This is a project.
So the returns is not recent. It's not going to be soon.
It's not going to be
Return
soon.
on investment.
So now, the critics are saying two things. Number one, AT&T, we have to tell you everything now.
The details.
So do you understand? The critics are saying two things. You're about to spend $30 billion to invest on an airport, projecting about 180 million people to come into your country.
Oh, yeah.
Number one, what is the assurance that this would actually happen? You can actually build this airport and people would not come the way you expect.
I mean, it's in the Sahara, yeah.
It's
Okay.
in the, so
It's in the
what
desert,
what
rather.
if for some strange reasons you're unable to build that attraction that you thought you would be able to get, and people don't just turn up to your country? Maybe, who knows, maybe a war might actually break out and the whole world just decide to desert your country. Meanwhile, you actually spent $30 billion. That money is so.
Okay.
But
No food for
if
thought.
you do it and it becomes successful, Imagine if 180 million. This is just an estimation. This could actually be more because this is an airport. Like I said, is of the size of like 2 Manhattan or equivalent to the size of Washington DC. Please, you can actually check the size of Washington DC if you think to kind of blow your mind on how
to get
big.
more context, to get more details.
Okay,
more
so
visual representation.
my brother, I think we've really absorbed this Saudi Arabia thing. So now I'm going to talk about Hong Kong International Airport, still in Asia.
But what is it with Asians and their weird developments, technologies, and all of that? Like, it's been Asia.
The airport was actually built on a large artificial island again, formed by reclaiming 9.38 kilometers per square of seabed. Then the flattening Chik Lankok. That is the name of the island.
You
Chik Lankok. Make I not bite my mouth.
You must talk again.
Chik Lankok.
What he said.
Okay, so it's actually a wonderful airport. Opened in July 6, 1998, replacing the old Katak airport. Officially opening ceremony was on July 2nd, 1998.
Wow.
And it's actually an airport that is befitting for a country, and what I'm actually seeing here, it has one of the world's largest passengers terminal buildings.
Wow.
In the whole world. It has Terminal 1, Terminal 2, it has a runway, air traffic control, and lots of so many things. And again, Airport Express, a high-speed train connecting Hong Kong International Airport to the central 24 minutes you're there.
Wow.
From the city to the airport, in 24 minutes you're there.
Now that's definitely a major development. I mean, if you were like on a time crunch and you have 24 minutes to spare, it just connects you.
Oh.
I think that's really jiggy. See, one thing I like about Asians, okay, I like a lot of things, but is that there's always a thought process behind most of their things. Okay. Remember we talked about Japan here and we're like, they had like 2 islands on the seabed and everything. And it's like, because that is what they have. They made use of what they have. Like, a lot of countries are doing really great, but it would be so much perfect if everybody also had a thought process of, let's use what we have. Okay, how about we're looking to reduce time? How about, let there be strategic reasons why things are being made, things are being done. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes,
now, let's give it up for Asians because I think they're really topping the charts.
Seriously.
They are. I mean, I can, at the top of my head right now, I can call about 10, 15 Asian countries that when you could. So when in the last World Cup, 2020, the last World Cup, 2022 or 2023 World Cup, remind me, that was held in Qatar.
Yeah,
2022
Qatar.
World Cup. People Americans that never went to Asia before or had this is a desert, had this demeaning thoughts about these places. When they got there and they saw the far ahead technological advancement and structural advancement of these countries or of Qatar, they some of them came back and actually said that these guys have left us behind.
They were trending that time, I remember.
They thought the United States of America was like the most advanced country in the world until they stepped out and said that, wow. And it's not even the most advanced. I mean, go to countries like Singapore, go to Malaysia, these guys, go to China. You see structures, you see
Singapore.
things.
You see Singapore.
Yeah, I think
I think
season
Asia,
one we
Asia
spoke
has
about that Singapore airport.
Yeah, we did.
We overemphasized the beauty and
but it's like their technological growth over time.
Yes.
Nah, it's just top notch. Asians, they're doing justice. I mean, please go ahead.
All right, so in a minute now, because we're going to round up very soon. So, what do you have to say?
Well, like I mentioned, the one that would definitely weighted me out the most has to be the Saudi Arabian because of the amount of money that they're looking to put and the size. If you are going to do something like
do one well, make everybody know.
What about you? No,
I think maybe because I shared. I think the Frankfurt airport, the rail under the runway. I mean
that's pretty chill.
All right, then as for me, I'm expecting an airport in the sky.
I don't understand. It's supposed to float.
I don't know how we're going to do it, but I think we're going to do that.
I mean, nothing is
But you know,
impossible.
the planes are going on air, so they need to calm down.
It's possible. That's my own point
So
of
make
view.
them stay there.
Make them just stay there, take off, they go like that, you know.
I want to climb am.
No worry, we'll find way now. We'll find way. I beg. So to all my listeners and viewers, I'm very, very sure you actually enjoyed today's episode. It was informative, educative, and it was actually wonderful. All with my gang. So now, remember, you just watched and listened to episode 2, season 2 of Breakfast Hub.
On AT&T 360, everything aviation, travels, and tourism. And we going out with a bang. My name is Ray.
My name is Ace.
And I'm your captain, MGV, the man with golden voice.
We'll see you again sometime soon.
See you next.
Bye-bye.